Yes, sir.
There we go. Hold on real quick. Let me do this
All right.
quick.
So yeah, make sure you guys go to masculineidentity.com and get your shea butter. I'm gonna see if I could do that again when we got more viewers, because it's just the start of the show. I'm gonna do that.
Oh yeah. Let me know. We can do it like when we got more viewers, but also to the end. You know what I'm saying? Just to put it up in their contents and shit.
But yeah,
all right.
Yep.
So what are we talking about today? What do men with game really think about women's dating rules?
What
do we think about it? What do you think about women's dating rules, Miles?
I didn't know they had any, because only rules that matter is mine, nigga. Like I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't
know. So Jay Roman. So looking like a bodyguard and shit. So what do you think about women's dating rules, fam?
I'm with Miles. I didn't know they even had dating rules. Nobody ever told me their dating rules as a lady.
So now I'm gonna play a clip, and towards the end of the clip is what I'm gonna focus on, and this is what I want guys to understand, right? There's a lot made about women's dating preferences, and oftentimes guys think that a woman's dating preference is tied to her quote unquote dating rules. Like you might hear guys, for instance, say, "Oh, bro, I don't think she's that type of girl, dog. I don't think she moves like that." Right? Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is she has rules and I have to abide by her rules. Right? And when we talk about what do men with game really think about women's dating rules, I'm feeling what Jay Roman and Miles said. What? They got who? They got dating rules. I ain't know nothing about that. Like I'm new to that, right? Mm-hmm. So without no further ado, we're gonna get into this clip, and then we're gonna come back, y'all, and provide our commentary to it.
Why should a guy date you?
Why should a guy date you? Why should a woman date you?
I'm asking the questions here.
I know, but I'm asking it back as an answer.
I want to know your opinion, though.
What's your take?
That's what I'm asking you. What your take is.
Why should a guy date me? Yeah. That's a really interesting point. There's no, reason as to they should date me because of XYZ. It's oh, they're interested, they want to get to know me. Same vice versa, right? That's how it should be.
I like that.
Yeah.
So, what's your type?
My type? I don't really have a type. I think types are stupid. I think if you're going to put people in boxes, that's a waste of your time.
So is it putting people in a box if you have a preference?
If you have a preference, that means you're expecting people to be a certain way and you think this is what I want, this is what I need. And I feel like a lot of times we'd be surprised. We kind of underestimate and we overestimate what we know. We think, oh, we dated one person out of the sample size that we're like, oh, we don't like this, we want XYZ, but you never know, Yeah. You won't know until you think about it and you're with them and you're like, hey, this person brings out this side of me and I like it. Or if you're like, this person fits all my boxes and they kind of make me feel terrible. I don't like it. It fluctuates. It's not easy. It's never easy.
Okay, so real quick, this is what I want to personally focus on towards the end when she was talking about this person checks all my boxes, and how
I see Miles shaking his head though.
Oh yeah, I know. Miles want to go in. I know Miles. Look, but before, because when Miles go in, he get real passionate. But before we get to that, let me just say this, because she was talking about checking off boxes and how she might meet someone that doesn't necessarily check those boxes, but they make her feel a certain way. They bring out a certain side of her, and she is like, I like this, right? So the overall point I want to make is, when guys get online and they are overly concerned with women saying, oh, I want a man that's 6 foot plus. I want a man that looks like this. I want a man that makes this type of money. These are dating preferences that you can say are maybe perhaps tied to a woman's dating rule. Like, oh, a guy has to date me for so long before I fuck him and all this goofy ass shit. The point I want to make is this. And she said something. She said, I might meet a guy who makes me feel a certain way and brings out a certain side of me that I like. This is why sex appeal, right? Sex appeal is the cheat code. Game and sex appeal, masculine sex appeal and game is the cheat code, because all of these boxes that women want checked, all of these dating preferences that they say they have, none of that shit means anything when they meet a man who is rooted in his masculine identity. And with that, I'm gonna pass it to Miles.
Yo, that would have been a short interview fucking with a nigga like me. You understand? That would have been a short interview. I'm here. I got the microphone and the clipboard. And you gonna answer my question with a question? No. Like, we're done. Next interview. It's too many women out here for me to, bro. Like that. And she tried to kind of finesse it like she was really being profound and all that other shit. But no, I can't. I can't, bro. Because if you see me with the mic and the clipboard and you agree to an interview, then that's what it is. You understand? And so when you ask a question, answer the question. And then another clue was when she said, oh, well, you know, it's the same thing and vice versa. You see, when women use words like partnership and it goes both ways and vice versa, and it's a double-edged sword and it's a two-way street, you got to nip that shit in the bud, because you're dealing with a woman that thinks she's equal or on some level equal to a man. You understand? And that is dangerous. When a woman thinks that she's the same as a man, just because we're both human, that shit is dangerous. And you got to be careful with a woman like that. Thankfully, he was just doing a street interview and wasn't trying to like actually deal with her. You see what I'm saying? And then that other part where she was like, I don't have a type. When I hear women say that type of shit too, I suspect that they want to leave themselves open so they can attract a certain type of guy, because they've learned a lesson before where they either rejected a dude or some shit, and then the dude got into a way better situation and they saw him ease into that new situation, and then they felt like, oh shit, I should have gave him a chance. You understand? So when I hear women say that type of shit, I'm like, bitch, you ain't fooling nobody. But again, it's not about the woman. It's about how you respond to the woman. And like I said, if it was me, I would have been like, hey, thank you. Interview over. Have a nice night.
There you go. And I
seen coachable. Like I seen coachable. Like I seen, women like to play tough like that. What do you think? Well, what I think? Like, okay, I see you here, and that's just me. That's just me. I was with you, Miles, in the beginning. Like that was irritating. I'm answering your question with the question. Like I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, we're done.
Right.
And then she went to go talk, and I'm not gonna lie. There's some things I like what she said.
Yeah.
However, I will tell you this. To me, I think a lot of people will miss that because of how she presented herself from the very beginning.
In the beginning, I agree.
Right. So to me, I was like, oh, she's dumb. Right. She's drunk. I thought she was drunk or whatever. And then she went to go spiel, hey, having a type is not cool because you put, and yeah, cool. Now, then I realized like she was sitting back. She was thinking at the same time she was acting like she's answering the question with a question. And to me, that's that playfulness where she's testing you out. A lot of women will test you out to see if, I'm answering your question with a question. And next, you're following behind her and responding to her question. Like, what do you think? What do you do? And now he's answering that instead of saying, no. I asked you. If you ain't got a response, then next person. Right. And those would be those little tests from the very beginning that guys miss when you meet somebody and you think they're being playful and things like that. And they're already is trying to figure out what type of dude you are. So I seen a lot of coachable though. I seen
Yeah, see, and Jay Roman and I agree with both of y'all. In the beginning, because here's the thing, this is what guys got to understand. You don't want to give women any options at all. You want women to understand that if they're fucking with you, they have to fuck with you this way.
Right.
Like there is no other alternative. You can't add your shit into the mix.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not making any concessions, any accommodations for you. I'm not compromising anything, and I'm not sacrificing anything. Right? So if you're fucking with me, it has to be this way. Period. Now you don't have to fuck with me. When we talk about free will, once I lay out the bylaws and the guidelines and the terms and conditions, you can either say I'm fucking with it or I'm not fucking with it. And then we can part ways, amicably. No harm, no foul. Right. But when we talk about what do men with game really think about women's dating rules, what dating rules? Yeah. Okay, because it don't matter. And this is what guys got to understand. And see, Jay Roman likes to play with his food and shit. Like he likes to eat chicks.
I do. I do. I'm like a cat. I be hitting the mouse here that way. And then, it ran away. All right, you got away. Whatever.
Yeah, Jay Roman he like a little bit of challenge. So once goddamn. Once he finally conquers her, he like, yeah, girl. Mm-hmm. I always knew it was going to end up like this.
But see, my look, I understand that, and honestly, I've been in both situations. You understand? But my initial is always 100% cooperation or nothing at all. That's my initial.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now, have I been in situations where a chick was acting, a little not difficult, but a little playful or whatever, and I entertained it? Yes. But in my experience, the majority of the time that I do give that a pass, it still doesn't end up well. Right. You see what I'm saying? In my opinion, and I'm one of those guys where your initial reaction is the true one. Everything beyond that is you recognizing an agenda. Because in my opinion, because she started off a certain way, but then she thought to herself, but wait a second, maybe I can go viral. Maybe I could get on the internet. Let me be a little bit more cooperative and actually answer this nigga's questions. You see what I'm saying? So at that point, it's like, now she's oh shit, let me not be a fucking bitch like I usually am. And let me try to fulfill an agenda. So that's why I don't like that initial struggle shit with a bitch. I don't like that, because anything past that is you realizing, oh, I could get something out of this. So let me be nice. You get what I'm saying?
So that's the inconsistency of dealing with a woman who ain't on point when you first get at her, because she's showing inconsistencies in her behavior just in that one clip. And to your point, Miles, I did a video probably about a week ago where I talked about when you very first meet a woman, she needs to be lusting you out the gate.
What?
She needs to be on it out the gate.
On it.
Yeah, and to your point,
cartwheels and backflips.
Yeah, and to both you guys' point, you can still deal with a woman who gives you a little resistance or make things a little challenging. You can still make things happen, but that's a fortuitous sign,
right?
That it's going to happen again. That she's going to display that type of inconsistency. Right. Where she runs hot and cold with you. Exactly. I can't have that. Right? Because her running hot and cold or her inconsistency is a disruption to my peace. Right? It's a disruption to my tranquility. It's kind of like when you have a car, when you have a luxury automobile and they tell you premium gas only, and you fuck around and put unleaded in that shit. Can it still run? Yeah, but it's gonna jump a little bit. It ain't gonna be a smooth ride. And when you deal with women who give you resistance, it's kind of like that. Right. Where you can still have dealings with her, but it's gonna be a little rocky.
Good analogy. You got it, Miles. Good analogy right there.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. And I'll say this too. See, and here's where your masculine identity plus your level of game comes in. Right? Because when you realize, like how I explained how I realized that she was realizing an agenda, right? You got some players, you got some cats. I'm not really one of those cats. I'm more of like, cause when I fuck with a chick, I give her a good concentration of Miles Cunningham. And so because of that, because of my nature, because of my masculine identity, I'm usually more of like an all or nothing type of guy, right? Usually. But when you have a certain level of game and you recognize, you know how they say game recognize game? You recognize the game. You recognize, oh, you're an agenda type bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you advanced enough and you know how to play it, you like, just like how you gonna use me, bitch, I'ma fucking use you. So I know exactly the limits and parameters that I need to use to get what I need to get out of you. So yeah, you could play that shit test shit. You could play that push and pull. You want to be a little difficult shit. Yeah, I could play that game all day, but I'ma still have you bent over my couch this evening. And guess what? I'm not even going to take off my pants. I'm going to just fuck you and then get rid of you. You see what I'm saying? Now you got some guys who are on that type of time and they know how to navigate that. You see what I'm saying? And that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. But again, it's about knowing who you are as a man and what you know how to deal with. 503. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, Jay.
No, you made some great points. Y'all both made some great points. And the thing is, for me, I always learned that, see, I dated a lot of psychology majors.
Right.
When they start to philosophize.
Back in real quick, back in the 90s, early 2000s, every bitch was a philosophy.
Yeah, she was a philosophy major, right? So when they start to philosophize and all this other stuff, I go, oh, okay, yeah, you coachable, because I know I'm going to out philosophize you during this whole thing, like
psychology and philosophy.
Yeah, we're gonna really get depth into the mind, and then go from there. I know what's going to happen. And then I'm gonna bounce. Like that's just what it is. So
exactly.
That's why I said, man, I see coachable. You acting silly, goofy. You act goofy, and then you want to turn around and want to act like you did. Okay, I know your angle. I know who you are. Totally around by the way you present yourself from the very get-go.
And I know exactly how I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. So that dude wasn't even getting at her, but I think that guys need to learn too. If you're sitting there just having a conversation, you haven't even really got at the girl yet.
Right.
You could still learn something from that.
Right.
Don't just start when you get at her judging what she says and how she reacts to you. Do that from the very beginning. But let me go ahead and get the call.
All right, so we got 503. 503, you are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. We got your host, Kay Zagan, and we also have Jay Roman and Miles. Name, age, city. What's going on?
Brian, 33. Portland, Oregon.
All right, what's going on, Brian? How you doing, brother?
Sorry about your ducks.
Doing pretty good, man. How y'all fellas doing?
Chilling.
This is actually a perfect topic. I'm watching it. It just popped up on my screen. And I'm glad you had your banter and shit before the call, because you gave me some shit to kind of I want you guys to kind of go further into.
Yeah.
Because you were talking about okay, off the jump. Since I've been learning you guys, watching you guys and shit, and then on the BBM, when it comes to sorry, let me get my words together. When it comes to some sort of resistance in the beginning, you automatically just say, nah, that's it, you charge it. But you guys are talking about, okay, well, if I can see the agenda from the beginning, I can play it a certain type of way and then do that. Is that advanced game, or is that is that a game we should play?
Okay, no. So this is what I would tell you. This is what I would tell you, right? You're gonna have women that, in some cases, have an agenda that's in stark opposition of yours.
Right.
Right. The real key when we talk about compliance, remember, compliance means existing in harmony without conflict. If a woman has an agenda that's completely different from yours, how can you really be harmonious? Right. That's a conflict of interest, that you have two agendas on two opposite ends of the spectrum. Right. So, but here's the thing: when you are gamed up, though, okay, what you can do is you can adapt to what you're seeing. Right. But a lot of guys, when you talk about having game, yes, but also understanding how to move the pieces on the chessboard. All right, I see how she's coming, but I'm already 2 or 3 moves ahead of her because I see how she's coming.
Right.
So when you are go ahead, Miles. You got it.
Okay. So see, the question you asked, caller, is I would say that if you are not 100% confident in your game, meaning that you still lack a certain level of experience dealing with women, I would say stick to the all or nothing paradigm. Meaning, if the chick gives you any fucking resistance, all right, shorty, have a nice day. Nice meeting you. Take it easy. Because it takes a certain level of experience for you to recognize the agenda and how she's moving, and then for you to say, okay, this is how I'm going to move. Do you understand? It takes away. You gotta already see it. And this is why shout out to Lucario. This is why we tell y'all holla at 25 women a day or 25 women. Like whenever you choose to go out cruising for broads, 25 women, minimum reps. Because you need to recognize what's going on. A lot of y'all niggas be so fucking nervous just to say hello to a bitch. You don't even see what's happening dynamically within the interaction. You're just there trying to, repeat what you heard Lucario say or repeat what you heard me say. Excuse me. Is there anybody in your life that would, and you're there trying to remember what Miles actually said. Oh, is there anyone else in your life that would have a problem with us going out for a drink? You don't even realize she's being combative, or she's being extra nice, or she's
looking at you funny.
She's looking at you funny, or she's ignoring you, or she's you said, hey, hey, what's your name? And she says, why? You understand? You don't even know how to. You don't even know how to deal with all those little things. So why? Shit, because I can't tell you my name if I don't know yours. You see what I'm saying? You don't even know how to come back with like you're not heavy with the experience yet for you to recognize shit, right? So if you don't even know how to deal with a woman ignoring you or a woman, being difficult and all that other shit, my advice to any young cat coming up in the game is to be all or nothing. Now, where you do get to gain these experience points is when you actually get the chicks to go out on dates. Because even after you get her to agree to go out on dates, she's still going to have different agendas during the date. Even when you get into a relationship, she's still going to have different agendas during the relationship. And that's where you're going to get a lot of your experience, as well as approaching and recognizing the patterns. Because a lot of you cats, a lot of cats going out, like I said, we tell you 25 for a reason, but y'all niggas literally just do and say the same thing without recording the interaction and trying to see the patterns so you could devise a strategy. Go ahead, Kay.
Oh, well, let me add this, and this is what guys got to understand, and I'll let you jump in, Jay Roman.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with a woman who is giving you any resistance or any reluctance to what you want to do, and you continue to deal with her, what you're setting up is a tug of war. Right. It's literally a battle of wills, right? So when Miles says, if you ain't ganged up, leave the chick alone, because this is what guys don't understand. Even though a woman starts to initially come around, if she is more crafty than you, if she is more clever than you, you're going to be seeing fool's gold. You think you're making progress, but she's giving you the misleading impression that you're going to get what you want.
Yeah.
And in the midst of you believing that, you're going to give her what she wants on the front end, and you're going to put what you want on the back end, only to come to the realization you're never going to get what you want. Right? Exactly. So when we talk about a battle of wills, it's about getting her to put her agenda on the back end and putting what you're trying to do at the forefront. A real quick example of that is this. If I'm dealing with a woman and she's telling me, oh, I'm practicing abstinence, I ain't that kind of girl, we just met. My thing is, you can say all of that. And that could be your agenda where you're trying to get me to date you or deal with you non-sexually first. Right. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to adapt to what I'm seeing. And then ultimately what's going to happen is you're going to put your desire for non-sexual attention and intimacy on a back burner in lieu of this dick, right? We're going to do that first. Right now, there's going to be some women where it ain't going to work like that. but you just need to get rid of them. This is why if you deal with a woman, like an example, real quick, and I'll pass it to you, Jerry Roman. If you tell a woman, hey, come by the crib, and she says, can we go out and just go out on a date real quick? And you acquiesce to that, you believe if I do the date, then I can get her to my crib. And she has led you to believe that's a possibility because she never told you no. She just said, can we? She is telling you no, but that's not how she's presenting it. She's presenting it like it could happen, if you do this first.
Exactly. Go ahead, Jay.
Damn.
Yeah, so I was going to sum it up for you and just say yes, because your original question was, is that advanced game? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. And in fact, being in a relationship is advanced game. Because if you ain't got game in a relationship, you're just surviving the relationship.
Oh, shit. Shit.
God damn.
Say that shit again. Say that shit again, Jay.
If you ain't got game in the relationship, you're just surviving the relationship.
Facts.
Because here
real quick, Jay, real quick. It's a lot of y'all niggas out here in survival mode right now with your bitch.
Honestly, you are.
Damn.
Because all that advanced stuff that we just talked about, that was even before the relationship. Now you have somebody that you're in a relationship that knows your habits.
Woo!
What type of full force and press do you think she's going to be giving onto you? And if you ain't got game for that, that's it already. So yes, you know, when you date a woman like me, I like Zach says, man, I like to play on my food a little bit. But the thing is, I'm in position for that. You have to understand that when you're so busy with a schedule, improving your life personally for yourself, anything else is a distraction. And sometimes you might allow that distraction, but if that distraction was to turn away and walk away, you'll be happy for it. Be like, man, I was getting a little distracted anyway. I don't even need you.
Right.
I don't need you.
Right.
So it's better if this don't work out. So it's not result based. Right. And that's the thing. A lot of guys are result based. I took you out. I want this. I said this. I want this. I talked to you on the phone. I want this. No. I don't have to talk to you at all. Like, this is just entertainment for you. I can get up and walk away and you'd be like, he didn't even ask me for my number. Yes, I didn't want it. I just wanted to challenge your philosophy so you understand that you were talking stupidly and now I'm out. You know, so like you have to understand that for you and your interaction, I have a lot of fun. That's just me. I always say this on this. I have fun with my interactions. It is fun. I have a great time.
I've seen it.
I have a great time for me. So you have to understand that, yes, all guys out there, you need to improve game just for your life and for your interactions. Because when you get in a relationship, it don't stop.
It really don't stop.
They don't stop this stuff.
I'm telling you.
Say, you know what? I'm in a relationship. I'm gonna stop testing guys, and my philosophies are no. They understand that. Hey, this dude. Oh snap. Okay, I got to come a certain way. Right. So they'll adapt to come that way.
Right.
Now you still got to make it and put that full course press because they'll change back to whatever they were before. But you can't let that happen. Because if it's really not them. If it's really not them, that means you messed up and they shouldn't be there in the first place. But then on top of that, you got to keep on it.
Thanks.
So let me add this. And the reason why it takes more game to be in a relationship or a marriage is because not only do you have to have the staying power to maintain the momentum of attraction, you have to be able to have influence for that whole time. Right? You have to still be able to influence the woman to conduct herself in such a way where it's conducive for your bottom line for the whole time. So you're talking about leadership and consistency. Most guys ain't got that, right? They have just enough to get the woman to be initially interested.
Right.
And maybe to have sex a couple of times, maybe even to be in a relationship for a couple of months, and then the wheels fall off. Because most guys, they just don't have enough game to manage the situation for an extended period of time. This is why a lot of guys, they wonder why man, everything was cool just a week ago. Hey man, everything was going on. And they don't understand that their lack of game, their lack of experience, their leadership ability or lack thereof leaves a lot to be desired.
Because the accountability the consistency and the everything that you ask from her in a relationship, you got to do it twice as much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're not only doing it for yourself, you got to do it to set the tone and to lead. And everybody will sit here and say, any leader, the best leader is through example, right? So you have to set the example to lead a lot of times.
Facts.
And so
hold on real quick, Jay. So we got shout out to Corey 25S for this 99-cent super sticker. Appreciate you. All right, go ahead, Jay.
So I talk to a lot of guys that, she does this, and she does that, and then we go start to delve into what they do. Well, it ain't about that. I wanted her to do. How you gonna sit there and say it's not about that? It's not about you, but you steadily saying I'm the head of household. I'm this guy. I'm that guy. Well, if you're gonna be that guy, then if you're in a relationship, you better be that guy for not only you, but for whoever's underneath you. So,
right.
Yes. So caller, real quick, and I'll pass it back to you, caller. Let me address what B. Will said. So he's talking about a catch hand versus a keep hand. And for anybody that's not really familiar with that, that's basically pimp vernacular, right? Mm-hmm. So when we transfer it to dating dynamics and things of that nature, a lot of guys they don't have any problems attracting women. They just have problems with women wanting to be around them for a long period of time. Like they don't know how to establish fuck buddy situations where they can have sex with a woman maybe on a weekly basis for months at a time. They don't know how to get into a relationship where the relationship is going exactly how they want, right? And the reason why is because when you got the woman, now peep game here, when you got the woman, you never got her on your terms. So now that she's in your life, whether it's for a couple months or a couple years, you never got her on your terms. So her being with you is not on her terms, not on your terms, it's on hers. Okay, and this is why a lot of guys have issues with women, because this is why I say how you got the woman is not as important. Getting the woman is not important. It's not important as how you got her, right? Because how you got her is a testament to how smooth the relationship is going to go. Right, that matters. And I dropped the joint and I was talking about sleeping with the enemy, right? She's seductive, but what is she seducing you for? Like what's her purpose for wanting to be around you? And when we talk about agendas, sometimes a woman has a clear agenda. Like it's obvious what she's trying to do. She's trying to get you to date her before she fucks you. She's making it obvious. But sometimes women have hidden agendas.
Right.
That you don't know about. So real quick example of that is this. Like, let's say you're dealing with a woman who has kids, for instance, and there's no father or fathers around. And she immediately got you around her kids. Immediately. There's a hidden agenda, right? So let's say you start off using a condom, and then one day you go around and you done, but she gets on top of you and tries to put it in without the condom. Right, there's probably a hidden agenda there, right? But most guys, they don't see it because they're so captivated by the woman's beauty, the booty, the sex. They don't see it coming. But
yeah, if you come out the bathroom and her legs are straight up in the air, there's a hidden agenda.
So caller, what you got for all this?
No, that all of it is poignant, man. It makes so much fucking sense. And it's like, I am the other guy. Like, I'm the guy who's gotten relationships not on my terms. Any chick I've ever dealt with, never on my terms. It was always sort of like a like the push and pull, like the tug of war, like you were expressing in that.
Right.
It's like, oh, I'm trying to get you. Oh no. Oh, I'm trying to get you. Oh no. And okay, I'll give you. I'll let you have it this time. And then, but it's never going to be like, you always still get that dynamic. And so I'm trying to get back into. I'm going to get back into practicing discipline and a level of consistency and shit, because I realize that all of those things encompass like game, and that'll help me with my relationships. Right. When I was asking my initial question in the beginning, just because like I've been on the dating apps and shit, and I've told the woman, okay, we match, hey, meet me at such and such, so and so, this time, this day, wear this, yada yada, etc. I told them the shit, and one woman in particular was like, "Oh yeah, I'm so glad that you were so
straightforward.
Like you had a plan. You knew. Yeah. Basically, like you know,
they try to. A lot of them try to stroke your ego. That's
another.
That's agenda too. But go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
See, and I ain't even know that, so I'm glad I'm having this conversation with y'all. But like, so it was that, and then I was like, oh yeah, you know, meet me at this location. Now, I will say that like I just moved to this place I'm at now. I don't really know the area like that, and I've never really been out in the area, so I just like found an area that was nearby the cribs. I'm like, well, shit, you know that I'm gonna tell you we're gonna get it in. This is what I'm trying to do. We're gonna meet at this spot. We're gonna go back to the spot. And so when I told her the place, she looked it up, I guess, and was like, oh no, this isn't gonna work.
You see,
for me, because this is if you want to be able to get with me, I need something that looks better than this.
Yeah,
and I was like,
yeah. See, let me explain something to you, caller. Let me explain something to you. And this is especially on dating apps. Especially, I mean, it goes even in person, but especially on dating apps. A compliment from a woman is when she does what you tell her to do. That's the only compliment from a woman. When a woman uses her words to call you handsome, or like you said, she strokes your ego and is like, oh man, that's really cool how you so straightforward and you have a plan. Like so many women on the dating apps, because of the way, that's the way because you on the Bad Boy membership, so you know exactly what the protocol is, right? But many women, this is what they do. They say, I love the confidence. I love the straightforwardness, because they're trying to stroke your fucking ego. But the majority of those women never show up on the date. You see what I'm saying? So again, the only compliment that counts from a woman is when she does what the fuck you said. Period. When a woman uses her words to try to compliment you, that's them stroking your ego, especially if they don't fucking know you. Now, if you've been with your woman for a certain amount of time and she says, "Oh, you look really handsome today," that might have a chance of being more genuine. And then sometimes look at Jay Roman, it's like, yeah, I'm not sure. but even then, and again, you don't even have to question it. Just stay focused. You understand? Because guys, again, the game is not about women. It's about you. So a woman gonna say what she gonna say. She gonna do what she gonna do all of this shit. She gonna say all this shit. Yeah. Just stay focused. And here I had one other thing I was gonna say too. Fuck. Go ahead.
You remember that Major Payne movie?
Yeah.
You remember Major Payne? And he went in there and told the story, and the young kid hugged him. And was like, thank you, Major Payne. And then Major Payne put him in a headlock and was like, what's your angle, boy? That's the type of stuff going in my head. Focus. Right? When he's like, oh, you look so like, man, what's your angle?
What's your angle, bitch?
But I gotta say it out loud, but inside I'm like, this is a ropey dope here. Like,
So here's the thing. Look, women, especially women that are gamed up and they're very, very experienced, they're very adept at understanding how to stroke a man's ego to make him feel like he a man, right? Yep. This is why, like, even when it comes to sex, if a woman's telling you, "Oh my God, it's so big," "Oh, I never came so many," don't listen to none of that. Okay, I know it sounds good. You like a woman. Don't listen to none of that. Okay, this is why I'll give you an example. Right, I've seen guys on Facebook as an example where they say, "Oh man, if you fuck a chick right, she ain't going nowhere." See. The fact that you say that tells me that you've had your ego stroked before, right? You had your ego, and you're literally allowing words to impact how you think and perceive shit, right?
Right.
Just because a woman tells you, "Oh, I've never been so in love. I've never felt this way." Now, I'm not. Some of those things can be true, but it has no bearing on what she does outside of you. It has no bearing on her meeting another man that she likes and wants to fuck. It has no bearing on any of that. But also, let me say this real quick. If you're talking to a woman as an example, and she's like, "Oh, I like the confidence. I like the leadership. I can submit to this.
Leadership, right? Yeah.
But I can submit to this." But then you tell her, "All right, cool. Bring your ass by tonight. Bra and panties optional." And she says, "Oh, we just met," but she just told you,
right?
How she can submit to you, right? But she ain't submitting to you.
Right. What happened to the leadership, bitch?
Yes.
And again. This is why you have to remember, guys, men and women ain't the same. when women start using words like leadership, that's like a Spanish speaking person trying to speak English, nigga. They don't know what they're talking about. Because just because I texted you and said, yo, let's meet for drinks this time, this date, wear something nice, blah, blah, blah. You think that that's leadership. You don't know enough about leadership to comment on leadership. So when you're commenting on leadership so early, I know that it's a fucking agenda. I know that you're trying to stroke my fucking ego. And these are the things that so many men don't get, because just because they're having a back and forth interaction with the female, they think that there's progress being made, not realizing that the bitch is gaming them from the fucking beginning. And this is why I said, if you don't have game, take an all or nothing attitude. You're better off, because it's only a nigga with game that can recognize that shit and know exactly how to play it. And the other thing I wanted to say too is, you know, we talk about the 25 women a day and you know, making your approaches, again, not for women, but to improve your game and your awareness. OK, but I say it like this. Guys don't understand that when we talk about dealing with women, there is a macro view of whether you're single or you're married. Dealing with women is dealing with women. And that's what a lot of you guys don't understand. A lot of guys don't understand that even just going out and meeting women, approaching women, that is a part of the umbrella of dealing with women. A lot of dudes think that just because they don't have a girlfriend or they don't have a roster or they don't have a chick that they're dating right now, that they're not actually dealing with women. No, in a macro view, all of it works. So I say that to say this. If you don't know how to handle yourself while approaching and talking to women, you will not understand how to handle yourself when you're in a fucking relationship.
Facts. It's facts. It's all connected.
It's all connected.
And if you believe every woman that's being nice to you is getting at you, then you really got a lack of game, and you really need to get on one of these programs here. Facts. But you know, I used to, my personal belief is I believe half of what you say and I believe none of what you say and half of what I see.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you start, I've never been in love like this before. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't believe that.
Thank you. You know, let 5 years go by. Then I'd be like, I guess you might have said something else that was true.
And Jay Roman, everything she could be saying all this shit, and it could be true. I don't care if it is or isn't. They're just words.
Yeah,
words. So and this is what guys got to understand. As men, okay, we're solution based. We're men of action. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We go forth and we're productive. We're very intentional and purposeful about what we do. We act, right? So when it comes to women, so if you think about having standards, as a man, we have standards. Part of my standards is I act. Whenever I have a problem, I find a solution for it. I go forth and I take care of shit. So if I'm dealing with a woman, she has to adhere to my same standards. What does that mean? That means she has to act. So if she wants to, her beauty doesn't impress me. Her booty doesn't impress me. Her pussy does not impress me. When I fucking tell her to do something and she acts on it and she does it, now she's talking my language.
That's sexy. That's attractive.
That's sexy. Because he's talking about why OG said her beauty is in her duty. So if I tell her to do something and she's resistant to it, she's not beautiful to me.
Right. Facts.
At all.
Real talk.
Okay, but go ahead.
Yeah, is that why you guys say like I got to see a part of myself inside of her?
Yes, sir. You got to see yourself. You got to see yourself in the girl before you see yourself in the girl.
There you go. Don't let that go over your head. So when we talk about dick is a gift, shout out to Boss Mac. That goes into what Miles just said. You got to see yourself in the girl before you see yourself in the girl. Right? Exactly. Right? And that's basically making a woman see. And let me just say this real quick about making a woman earn your dick, or dick being a gift. You should never fuck women that aren't dealing with you on your terms. You should never fuck women that are resistant or hesitant to follow what you're saying. You shouldn't fuck them, right? Because basically, especially if you actually know how to fuck, because now you're blessing her with a great sexual experience that she didn't earn.
Facts.
So does that mean resistant women from that could also mean women who are resistant from the beginning, but then they turn around and be like, all right, well, let's do XYZ. Like even those women.
Well, okay, so I'll use myself as an example.
I didn't understand that question.
No, I understand what he said. He said basically the woman who she tries to interject her agenda in the beginning, but you kind of get her to come around and she makes things a challenge in the beginning. So let's say for the sake of an example, let's use this as an example. Let's say I'm dealing with a woman who's quote unquote trying to play hard to get. And I can actually influence her to see shit my way. Right? That doesn't mean that her agenda goes anywhere. It's still there, right? But the fact that she was hesitant or reluctant and all that, now she can never be anything more than a fuck buddy now.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
She don't realize she fucked herself up.
Let me make this statement. Even though I like to play up on food, like Zach says, right? At the same time, I can no longer take that serious though. It's just entertainment at this point.
Exactly. That's the point.
It's nothing that I would ever really take serious because already you showed me who you are.
Exactly.
You like to resist from the jump. I just got a challenge and bug in me that said, okay, I defeated that resistance and got what I wanted. But at the same time, I know that every time I go to really lay something down, you want me to combat that. Right. Because maybe you get something out of that. I don't know. Maybe she's like, I need somebody to really combat me for me to follow them. Well, I'm not into that if you need that every time.
I'm gonna ask something, Jay. Listen, and this is the part where caller. Remember, you asked if it was advanced game. This is the advanced part of it, right? When the woman shows that resistance in the beginning, and then because sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you actually have the game to circumvent and still get what you want, right? But here's the part where the game is advanced and you got to rely on your masculine identity and your consistency. The true player is going to remember when I first met you, you gave me resistance, so I can only have you for recreation. But it's the nigga who think he's a player that fucks the chick, has sex or whatever, go out on a couple of dates, and then what happens? He starts staring at the bitch like this.
And catching feelings and shit.
Yeah. Yes.
And he loses the consistency of what he understood about the game. Because in the very beginning, he was like, oh, I see this bitch is giving me a resistance. So you know what? I'm gonna play the agenda. I know how to handle this, but I'm gonna still have her bent over my couch. But then that night he bends her over the couch and he's like, damn, this pussy's good. I need to see this chick again. Yo, what you doing next week? What's up though? Blah, 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 blah. Not remembering she gave you resistance from the beginning, brother. And guys, remember, how you start is how you finish. But then you end up in a fucking 2-year relationship getting ready to propose to this. Propose to this bitch. Or worse, real quick, okay? Or worse, you fuck around and get her pregnant because the pussy's so goddamn good. And then you lose, bro. You lose because you forgot the consistency.
And you're proposing off an ultimatum.
So to Miles's point, right? See, there's nothing wrong with having a profound emotional bond or connection with a woman. The mistake that guys make is they cultivate this bond with the wrong woman, right? So let's go back to what everybody's saying. So in the very beginning, okay, you see a woman who's providing you some reluctance and resistance, right? When you're gamed up, you're gonna do one or two things. You're either gonna say, I ain't fucking with her at all, or I'm gonna fuck with her in a controlled environment.
Right.
Okay? So when I say controlled environment, meaning all she get is dick.
Yep.
I'm going to purposefully be emotionally unavailable to her. Right.
Right.
That's you controlling the environment. You can't control the woman, but you can control the environment. Now, the problem with guys who got a tender dick, like Miles was saying, they'd be like, well, you know what? She ain't all that bad. The pussy's good. You know what I'm saying? She cool. So now when you elevate her and you get into the relationship, now you are allowing your emotions and your feelings to creep into the equation and you lose all logic, right? So anytime you're mainly motivated by your feelings to make decisions, you took logic or pragmatism and you put it to the side, right? And I said this about feelings. Anytime you're mainly motivated to make decisions with your feelings and your emotions, you will always be betrayed by them. Every fucking time. Go ahead.
This is a crazy stat for y'all.
I got this screensaver on my phone that says "Stick to the plan, not your mood."
Facts.
Real talk. There you go.
Real talk. Jay, you have some?
Yeah, this is the crazy stat for all you guys, and I want all the guys to listen. You guys are all 100% from the free throw. Everybody is 100% from the free throw, right? Because you have all manifested and cultivated whatever results you have gotten. You're 100% from the free throw when it comes to dealing with women. The thing is, you have cultivated something that didn't work out, and you don't realize how much of your handprint is involved in it. So they follow or allowed to do whatever you have allowed them to do. So when you have game, though, it brings out more of what you want them to do than when you don't manifest what you need to. Meaning, if you don't act the way that you need to in the situation, you're going to get the results. It may not be the one that you wanted to get, but it's actually the one you cultivated.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
All right, caller. Yo, great call, man. Great call. You got anything else before we let you go?
Oh yeah. No, man. I appreciate all three of you guys. I watch every Saturday. I'll be watching Sunday. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate you guys. Y'all be easy.
All right, peace, brother. Take it easy. All right. Thanks for the call. Guys, call in 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392. Go ahead and call in. Please do not wait till the end. And we are at the top of the hour. So if we could do this real quick, I would like to remind everybody that the shea butter is in season. The shea butter is in season. So let's get it, guys. The shea butter is in season. Check this out.
Did it go on mute?
All right. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, man. So the shea butter, the new batch is back on. And I'm already down to 10. I'm already down to 10 jars left. So make sure you go make your order. Go to masculineidentity.com and make your order.
Mouse, how much? I didn't know you had the lemon mint soap. You we got more of those, man. I need to get some more of this. Get some more of the soap. I need to get the lemon mint. Try that one out.
Okay, I got you, brother. I got you. All right. So 347, you are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. We got your host, K Zag. We also have Jay Roman and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
The Styler 23.
Styler.
City, what's up?
What's going on, man? What's going on, bro? Happy New Year, brother. What's going on with you?
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. How y'all doing?
Chilling, man. Good to hear from you.
Blessed and highly favored, bro.
All right, that's what's up. In the beginning, I see the interview of that girl asking the question. Why the guy asking the question? I would have considered that rude. What you think?
No, it was, and Miles and Roman basically said it was, yeah, because when you ask somebody a question and they respond with a question, it's always rude.
Mm-hmm.
And then to openly say, "I'm responding with a question." Like that's the part that would be like, man, I'm done. But
she don't really know. She don't really know why a guy should talk to her. Like she don't know. That's why she asked the question because she don't know.
Right,
dumb bitch.
well, and let me say this, and this is what a lot of guys got to understand. Women are tired of all of this bullshit they hear online.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And again, and I'm not putting up for the woman and all of that because she was rude, right? But what I'm saying is women are always bombarded with interviewing style questions, right? So they go out on dates, they get it, right? They run into niggas on the street with a microphone, they get it. They go online, they hear guys complaining about shit all the goddamn time, right? So I understand why some women might feel some type of way when a man asks, so what do you bring to the table? Why should I date you? Right? I get why some women might look at him like, this is a goofy question to ask, right? But regardless of if it's a question, don't be rude in your reaction or response to it.
Word. I got a quick question, then I'm out of here because this wind probably messing with the audio.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so how you like be more considerate of like a woman by not doing things the way she want to do it? Because one thing about me, I don't really care, man. I just feel like everything should be my way and all the time, and I don't care.
But caller, but look at your question. But look at your question. You said, "How do I be more considerate of a woman?" Okay, and
doing shit my way, and it's like,
okay,
I want to go about it in a way where I'm
okay. See that what that tells me. Hold on, see, caller. Shout out to Miles. Your language exposes you.
Your language.
What that tells me is you're not all the way comfortable telling a woman this is how I want shit. If you ain't with it, you can bounce. You're not all the way comfortable laying down the law and putting your foot down and standing 10 toes down on business.
Stylist. No. Don't talk. Listen. See, this is the teachable moment right here. This is the game right here. You have to be confident, have faith, and trust that your way is the best way for you and her. That's what you don't fucking understand. Because my leadership and my way is in consideration for her by way of having 100% consideration for me. See, what you don't understand is that anybody in your life, they must get what trickles from they must get what the overflow. This is what I tell you guys all the time. Operate at above 100%. Make sure you are at 100%. So the woman in your life, as soon as there's overflow from you being abundant with yourself, she gets the overflow. So you have to understand. Ask yourself this question. The way that you treat yourself, do you or do you not think that the woman would be pleased by if you were to treat a woman exactly how you treat yourself, would she or would she not be pleased?
She should, yeah.
She should be, right? Because you know you treat yourself good, correct?
Right.
Exactly. So why the fuck are you worried about being more considerate to the bitch when you already treat yourself 100% quality? If you treat her the way you treat yourself, everything should be good with the world. And that's how it should be in your mind. And that's why your masculine identity is so important. If you're asking the question, how do I be more considerate or accommodating to the woman because I'm always doing things my way, you're literally saying that your way is not considerate and accommodating. So you're really saying that you are not considerate and accommodating to yourself. Mm-hmm. That's what you're saying.
Wait, hold on. I think I'm asking the question wrong. Hold on. What I'm trying to say is, like, let's say you did something like that's not pleasing to her, and she'll come at you about something. It's the way I communicate. I don't really communicate with her.
Okay, caller.
I think I understand what you're saying.
Caller, here's the thing. Because you said, what if something is not pleasing to her and she comes at you a certain type of way? That would mean that you're being inconsistent. Right? Now follow me. This is why when you very first meet women, when you say, hello, my name is, this is why you got to be on point from that time forward, right? Yep. Because here's the thing. If I'm introducing my authentic self, like I'm not lying, I don't have a mask on, I'm not trying to deceive, manipulate, I'm not doing anything but being 100 with her, right? And she likes that. and she's feeling that, why would she come to me later and be all upset at me for something? Right? Because not only did I'm not saying that it's going to be perfect. I'm not saying that you're not going to be telling a woman no, but if you're having a woman feeling all sad and coming at you, right, that would imply that you gave her the impression that she could have it her way, and that at some point in time you let her have her way, and now she's not, and she's coming at you on the emotional tip because of your inconsistency.
Right.
Do you understand that?
Yeah. Word.
Right. So I use myself as an example again. So a woman isn't going to come to me and say, I feel like you don't take me out enough. Right. Because if I never took her out, that's not an expectation that she has. Right.
All right.
Now there are exceptions, but what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. When you're dealing with a woman, even if a woman expresses something to you, it should not be a major point of contention with her, where it's a disruption to the smoothness of the interaction, right? If it makes sense, right? So this is what a lot of guys have to understand. When you talk about being considerate and thoughtful of women, what you guys are really saying is, should I consider her emotions? And this is what I would tell you. You can never allow a woman's mood to interfere with your logic.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't be caring. The thing about it is, like, I don't communicate in a way to like I don't care and just in it in a way where she can understand that it's my way. Like, I don't be to communicate it in a way for her to understand.
So this is what I would say with that. Okay, and I think you're missing what Zag is saying, that she wouldn't have that expectation if she knew how it was from the very beginning, and it stayed consistent like that. So a question I like to ask is, can you follow instructions, right? And one person said, yeah, I can. Can you? And I said, no. I take suggestions, but I give the instructions.
Back, yo.
So you got to understand from that point. Now, the thing is,
the same. We ain't the same.
We're not. Yeah. So I can take suggestions, but I give the instructions. Now, what Miles is saying is, if she's under your protection, you're going to consider her to some degree, because that is, as a man, if you say, hey, I operate this way and I cover this, you are going to consider her automatically, because of your manhood style, automatically considers all of what your land is, all of what your domain is, right? So let's say you got property, you got land. Let's take it like a castle. If you got a big part of land, you're not going to just water one part of your land where you live in at, right? You're going to try to water and cultivate all of it, right? And she's included in that. Now, that doesn't mean you listen to everything she says, but at the same time, yeah, I'll take your suggestion, I'll process it, and I'm going to do what's best for us through my terms and the way I feel like it's going to be. Because as a man, this is what I'm all over. And that includes you. But the thing is, what you're having issue is she feels like she has more than just suggestions that she can give you. And that's why there's combativeness coming back saying, you know, why do you don't consider me?
Bro, what's that noise in the background? Goddamn, Caller, you good? All right, go ahead, J. Roman. Go ahead, my bad. There's a lot of noise in the background.
That's why she's coming back saying, why are you not considering me? You have to let her know. Yeah, you heard. You are heard. I see the suggestion box is filled. I read it. But this is what we're going to do.
Facts. So bottom line is this, Styler, you got to have more trust and faith in your way. If you don't fully believe that your way is the right way, then you don't really have confidence in your masculine identity, and you're letting the emotions of the female question you're making her emotions question yourself. That's what's going on. Bottom line.
Let me just add this one point.
I think it's my.
Let me add this one point.
I think it's my.
For guys that are trying to develop this, some of you guys are saying no and doing things your way to prove the point that you are the man, but it ain't really about the person. It's more about what you're trying to prove. And if that's the case, it's not genuine. And when they sense the non-genuineness about it, it's inconsistency.
Exactly.
Because like I said, you got to have game to have a relationship and have these girls next to you that it's going to encompass where they're going to understand the position and what's going on.
Exactly.
You heard me, but I ain't getting it my way today.
So caller, I'll give you another example. I'll give you another example where you can be considerate of a woman, right? But it goes back into what Jay Roman said. Jay, can you hear me, bro? Caller, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so I had an ex, right? We were planning a trip to Jamaica, and I just told her, I said, how much is it? I was just gonna start giving her the money, and she said, hold on. She said, I think I can save you some money. Here's a suggestion. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just there. I just said, just tell me when and where. Boom, 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 boom. She was like, well, hold on, not so fast. Before you just start giving me money. Here's a suggestion where I think I can save you some money, right? So she's being considerate of the fact that I'm about to spend some money, right? And I'm being considerate of the fact that she knows something I don't, right? So she is coming up with a suggestion to say, okay, consider this, and I'm like, you right. So there are some times where a woman, she has your best interest in mind because it serves her. Okay, let me say that again. She has your best interest in mind because it serves her. So the money that I was going to be saving, what do you think that money was going to go to? Excursions, probably some family pictures or something, right? So she's thinking, well, hold on, nigga, hold on, right? Sure. So although it benefits me, it still benefits her. So what it boils down to is anytime you make a decision, and even if the woman is suggesting something and you're being considerate of it, does it benefit all involved? Okay, what you don't want is a woman to interject a suggestion or an agenda that only benefits her. You don't want that.
Facts. But Styler, listen, your environment is way too noisy, so we're gonna let you go, all right? But thanks for the call, all right? All right, bro. Yep, take it easy. He walk around the streets of New York, and it seems like he on a movie set or some shit. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, shit was kind of loud and shit. All right. So
Raymond's question is about what we discussed right now.
So when it comes to taking suggestions, do we consider them? And if we do, how can we take them without giving a woman the belief she can overstep? Well, okay, again, this goes back to the beginning. Y'all have to understand, when you're dealing with women already know from dealing with you for an extended period of time, they already know how they can come at you. Women already know how they can come at you, right? So a woman who is submissive and completely respectful, and she's been showing you that from the gate, when she presents something to you, she's going to present it in a very respectful way. Okay, a woman who doesn't respect you, she's going to present it to you in a more ultimatum type of way, where if I don't get my way, then this might happen, right? So when we talk about, do you consider them, I would simply say this, and I'll pass it to the fellas. If she is making a suggestion motivated by her emotions, I would say don't listen to it, right? Because you still have to do the math and say, from a logical perspective, does what she's saying make sense? Right? I have to put it through my logic calculator. No, it don't make sense. I'm not going to take the suggestion because I can't have her emotions overrule pragmatism. I can't have it. Right? When we talk, let me just say this. When you talk about, most women are very chaotic. Most women are very chaotic. Right? So as men, we bring order to chaos. When you talk about bringing order to chaos, that's you bringing pragmatism and practicality to a woman's emotions, right? Women will tell you, we say what we feel, not what we think. As a man, we should be saying what we think, not what we feel.
Facts.
But y'all got it.
I'm under the, I always consider what they say, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna do what they say. So just like Zag was saying, I'm gonna put it through my computer, my brain here, and we're gonna think about it, and boom. Now the thing is, for me, I'm a smart dude. I love smart women. I love people I can have conversation with and run stuff by them. But at the same time, I ain't really running it by you for you to fix or to comment exactly. I'm running by you so you to understand what we're about to do. Your suggestion is just a suggestion for me, and I will compute it and I will do what I feel is best. I had to explain this once to somebody to say, a lot of times ladies only feel listened to if you do what they tell you to do. But then if you don't, they come back and say, well, you don't listen to me. You don't hear me. I just want you to hear me. Well, it seems like the only time you feel like I hear you is if I do what you say that I do. And a lot of you guys are living like that. Where she's coming back and breaking it down. You don't listen to me. Well, no, it's not that I didn't listen to you. I didn't do exactly what you wanted me to do.
Right.
So you have to clarify that with them. Hey, I hear you, but listening to you is not doing what you want me to do. Right. So I hear the suggestion. I thought about it and boom, here it is. Now, my thing is this. You're not a child. So I'll explain some stuff to you later on. But if I ask you to do something, I want you to do it right then. I shouldn't have to explain everything for you to do it right then. And the best example I have of that is my mom and pops used to have this janitorial business there. Was working late at night in this building, in this government building, and the building was getting robbed. And my pops heard it. He looked at my mom. He said, "Get down." He didn't say nothing else to her. Just get down. So she crouched down. He said, "Follow me." And they ran and they went down the back, had to slide down the hill because dude was coming with some guns. They was coming with some guns straight down the building. Now, if my mom had said, "Why are we getting down? What do you want me to do?"
Right.
Well, boom, they'd have been spotted, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Get down." That was it. And boom, they left. So I don't want to explain what we're doing every time, but you are not a child. So I could talk to you about it later. But when I ask you to do it, I just want you to do it.
That's
but
it.
See, look, I'm gonna always bring it back to how you conduct yourself in the beginning will manifest itself throughout the interaction or relationship with a woman. So the problem with most guys is they explain themselves to women. The moment you start explaining yourself to women, they're gonna feel like they have veto power. And if anyone knows anything about politics, veto power is when someone introduces a bill and then people sit there and veto it. Like, no, we don't want that bill. Get that shit up out of here. Right? So when you explain yourself to women and you acquiesce, right? I don't want to go there. Can we go here instead? Okay. Already you're giving her veto power. And already you're giving her the mindset that she can always interject what she wants to do at any given moment, and you will capitulate. And the moment you don't capitulate or acquiesce, now it's a full-blown argument because you've done it before, right? So a lot of times when women make a decision to fuck with you, they're fucking with you because they think, I can get my way with this guy.
Right.
So my desire or my attraction for him is I think I can have my way. So the moment she realized she can't get her way, now you guys are arguing. Whereas in the very beginning, if you handle yourself a certain way, she would already understand that she can't move like that with you.
Exactly.
She can't come at you. And this is why I don't like the word compromise. Like if you listen to people talk about relationships and marriages, oh, you got to compromise. No, the fuck you don't, right? And let me explain why. Let me explain why a man should never compromise. When you compromise, all you're really doing is you're saying all of her feelings and emotions, give them to me, and then I will adjust how I move to accommodate her feelings and emotions. How dumb is that? How dumb is that? Because now what you're doing is you fucked up the sanctity of your vetting process. Shout out to Miles and L. You fucked it up because now you've allowed her to put. It's like you have a bag. It's like I have a bag of $100 bills and somebody's throwing pennies in there. Get the pennies out of here, nigga. Like, get some pennies out of here, right? You're fucking up the sanctity of what I got going on, and now I'm compromising by letting you throw pennies in my bag full of $100 bills.
Facts.
No.
And to answer to Raymond, see, questions like this. This is what I mean when I say a lot of you guys are advanced. A lot of you guys are not advanced enough to negotiate certain situations, right? So this is why you gotta understand that all or nothing mentality when it comes to game. And so if you're worried about a woman believing that she can overstep, that means you fucked up. You fucked up somewhere. You fucked up in your leadership somewhere. You showed her some type of inconsistency somewhere. You probably argued with her already. You understand? I am so like, if you find yourself arguing with a woman, you could literally just end the relationship now and just move forward and find another woman and make sure you gamed up from the beginning. Because if you are arguing with a woman every week, she mad at you and all this other shit, bro, that's an issue that you don't really want. And shout out to Steve Deneen in the chat, man.
What up?
You know what I'm saying? So, you worrying about Raymond Barnett, you worrying about a woman overstepping. That is you not having a lack of faith in your own leadership. So the bottom line is, if you behave a certain way, a woman would never even believe that. You see what I'm saying? She wouldn't, and you wouldn't have to worry about her believing that.
See that? And Miles, and this is what guys want. You want a woman who understands the assignment. Mm-hmm. But you have to give her the assignment. And part of that, it's not just about your words. It's about your actions. Look, this is what guys got to understand. Women are always watching you. They're always watching how you move.
Always.
Like, this is why if you tell women something, but you do something different, the action that you're taking, that's the one they're going to watch the most, right? So if you a real quick example, if you tell a woman, I'm not looking for anything serious, but then you let her spend the night, or you do Netflix and you watch movies with her, okay? What you're showing her is you are open for something serious.
Mm-hmm.
You are, because your actions, the shit that you do is what people do when they start dating each other, right? So yeah, you're saying, "Oh, I don't want nothing serious. I just want to fuck." She's hearing you, but then when you do that other shit, what happens is you give her the misleading impression where she's starting to think, "Well, I heard what he said, but maybe he's starting to like me now." Okay, maybe I'm growing on him now.
There's a possibility.
There's a possibility now.
You see, and every once in a while we get a guy that calls in the show or something like that, and we'll ask him, all right, so what do you want from this woman? And then they'll say, well, I want to smash, but I'm open to something more. And guys, that cannot be, because a man doesn't spend time in the gray area. No. With a man, it's either black or white. The reason why it's black or white is because when we take action, once you take action, the action is done. There's no when you take action, there's no gray area. So, for example, and not to talk no tough guy shit, but if you gonna punch a nigga in his face, once you punch a nigga in his face, you punch the nigga in his face. Do you understand? There's no gray area like, well, I punched him in the face, but I wasn't really trying to. So no, once you punch a nigga in the face, you got to deal with whatever happens as a result of your action. So there's no gray area. So for all you dudes that be on that, well, I'm just trying to smash, but I'm open to it because, she kind of cute. You the type of nigga that's never going to get what you want from a woman because you have no direct, you haven't made a real decision yet.
Indecisive. See,
right.
Let me just say this. See, only indecisive guys do that, right? So what happens is when a woman actually asks you, so what do you want? What do you want from me?
Right.
You give that gray area answer.
I don't know.
Yeah, no. But what they do, they start tap dancing.
Out.
Right, because here's the thing. I'll use myself as an example. I can be dealing with a woman and I can be open to the idea of a relationship. I'm not going to tell her that.
Right.
I am not going to tell her I'm open. Because number one, I don't even know if she's the type of bitch I would be in a relationship with. So why in the fuck would I tell her that? Right? Mm-hmm. That's one. But two, if I'm mainly motivated to deal with her because I want to, fuck the shit out of her, I need her to focus on that.
Yes.
I don't need her to focus on the other possibilities.
Yep.
Right? Because once she starts focusing on the other possibilities, she's going to seek to interject certain agendas that are more in alignment with the possibility she wants to seek.
Exactly.
No, I need her to focus on this dick.
This is why we tell you guys that when you approaching women, you gotta include sex in the conversation. If you know you trying to smash, bro, stop talking about the dates and stop talking about this and stop asking if she got siblings and where she grew up at. No, let's talk about what is on your mind, and so she can focus on that. And then from there, she either has to shit or get off the fucking pot.
Yes. Now, if she play her cards right and she shows consistency over an extended period of time, and she start campaigning and auditioning for a role in my life beyond just sex, I'm sitting back like a proud father, like, all right.
Okay.
Now, what she don't know is I've already thought about the prospect of I'm open for a relationship. I don't know with who, but I'm open to one. But now that I'm seeing how she moving, she might be the one.
She might be.
Right? But she don't know that I'm thinking like that. I'm not talking to her about it.
Exactly.
Right? I'm keeping her focused on the task at hand. I want her to understand the assignment. The assignment is you're my new fuck buddy. You and I, we're going to create pleasurable, memorable experiences together of a sexual variety, right? So this is why I say giving women options is a detriment to you.
Exactly.
Anytime you give a woman options, she's like, I don't know.
Can I bring it together, Kate? Okay. Yeah, So here's the thing, to come back to the title. What do men with game really think about a woman's dating rules / options? A woman's dating rules / options is what I give to her. You understand? So just like what you just said, Kay, give her what you want her to focus on. That is her only fucking dating. She can only make rules from what I've given to her.
There you go.
That's all. She can only create rules or explore options that I give to her. So that's why when we first started the show, we was like, hey guys, what do you think about a woman's dating rules and stuff? I'm like, I didn't know she had any because I need to give it to her first.
There you go. So it's kind of like you're giving her marching orders.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're giving her, because when we talk about women being submissive, my favorite word is deference, humble submission and respect. I'm coming out the gate leading. Out the gate, I'm leading. So when we talk about a woman being resistant or showing any type of trepidation, she is challenging your authority as a leader. So why would you want to fuck with her at that point?
Facts.
Because if you do fuck with her, she doesn't take your leadership seriously, right? So can she ever admire you? Can she ever look to you or look up to you if she already showed you any type of hesitation? She'll do it again. Later on down the road, look, let me tell y'all something. Later on down the road, when you really need for her to have your back, she'll resist you again, right? When it really matters, right? If y'all remember the viral clip where the chick was married, the dude lost his job. He said, yo, I'm going to need you to get some bills. And she said, well, you got 30 days to get a job or I'm leaving you, right? If he would have been a different type of dude in the beginning, one of two things would have happened. Either he would have realized that's not the chick to fuck with,
right?
Or he would have said, if she fucking with me on my terms, I'll fuck with her. And he never would have experienced that type of situation with her.
Exactly.
Right? But he experienced it. Why? Because he took her feelings and her emotions into consideration. He allowed her to interject her agenda.
Right. Like the silence.
Exactly. And all that did was undermine his authority as the leader in the situation.
Yep.
I know, for me, like, I know we're saying all this, and you got to be at some point to understand and get it, right? Because some guys are passing the buck along and then want to listen to this and then want to come back and be like, do this and do that and do that, when you don't even do the research before you go somewhere to make sure you know about it, to make sure the suggestion ain't a good suggestion. You understand? Because you allow her to do most of the research. You allow her to read about finances. You allow her to look at modern day things that's going on. And so when she starts to talk, like, yeah, you're like, oh, okay. Now you're following her, but you still want to come with this essence. You'd be like, no, do this. You can't be lazy. Like, you can't be in this position and be a man and be lazy and not do the research, not do things you got to do to make sure her suggestion is even a good one.
Yeah.
And you could consider it like this. Like, I don't know about where everybody's, you know, if you're at a job or you're doing anything, you're working on a team, right? And let's say, you know, you're about to breach a house or something on a mission or so, you know, somebody says, hey, we should go to the one door, the one side. Oh, we should go to the 2 side, the 3 side. Now, if you're the leader of that, you might have a guy that says something, you go, you know what? I that's a good suggestion, right? But then if that person keeps speaking up, now it's no longer suggestions. They're questioning your whole plan on something. We should do it at this time. We should do it like this. We should wear this. Now, all of a sudden, it's no longer suggestions, but taking over.
It's a
and then to the rest, then to the rest of the team, they're wondering, well, who has the best idea? Who should I listen to?
It's a takeover of leadership.
It's takeover of leadership. Now, but if you are the leader and you already went through all that, you examine it. Okay, this is the best time. You got everything on point. Well, you would already know, now that suggestion is not a good one. We're doing it this way. No, that's not a good, we're doing it this way. But if you didn't do that and you allow this person to take over, this person to always look at the finances, this person to always, then you're relinquishing the right of leadership because you don't even have the knowledge. So you can't be a lazy man and then come back and say, I am the man for this. So, you know.
Well, but I would say this, if you're in a situation with a woman and she's always challenging you, it's a mutiny, right? That's how I look at it. It's a mutiny where she doesn't like your leadership. She wants to be in charge. And because if a woman believes in your leadership and she's submissive, there's no reason for her to challenge you because she believes in your leadership. She believes in your decision-making. There's no need to challenge you. But if a woman is challenging you, she's saying, I don't believe in you. I don't want to follow you because I don't trust where you're going to lead me. So then the constant challenging you, the arguing is literally a mutiny of her saying, I want to take over. I want to take over to the point where I'm arguing with you because I want you to say yes to my suggestions. Like giving a suggestion is one thing, but if you shoot them like, baby, I got this, I appreciate it, but I got it. And she says, okay. And she leaves it alone, right? That's basically her staying in her submissive position. But if she wants to argue the point and try and get you to change your mind, then again, you're looking at a mutiny. That's just how I personally
built that equity through consistency.
Yeah. Facts. And it's guys, call in 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. We got about 20 minutes left, so make sure y'all call in. We will not be taking calls at the end of the show, so make sure you call in. If you want to call in now. Please do not wait till the end of the show. Clark Butler says, I approached a woman and told her we should hook up, and she say, what I mean? I said sex. She asked if I was going to pay. I didn't expect that reply, and I told her no. Then she walked away. Any thoughts?
I could have sworn he asked this on. Didn't you?
Yeah,
do a live? Yeah, do it last night or yesterday afternoon. Like, bro, fam. Okay, guys.
The answer was she's not feeling you.
Exactly. She's not feeling you. My thing is, why do you care though? Hey, guys. And I've said this. Once you get some game about you, you'll never ask why again.
Facts.
You'll never ask why a woman is doing this or that because it won't matter. Because if she ain't doing what I require her to do, I'm not fucking with her. So it doesn't matter why she doesn't want to have sex with me. It doesn't matter why she flaked on a date.
Why she walked away and all
why
that.
she walked away. It doesn't matter why she took 3 days to call me back. It don't matter why she did it. I don't care why.
Because you talking about this and that and this. And what are your thoughts? Like asking us our thoughts. Our thoughts is that it don't fucking matter. So why am I even thinking about it?
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care.
I don't know why you didn't say sex in the very beginning.
Yeah.
If you telling her we should get out of here, like
just be a little more blunt with it. All right, so Joe says, I told a woman what I really wanted for the first time without beating around the bush. When I approached her, which was sex, now I have the motivation to tell another woman the same thing. Is that normal? Fam, my brother. Y'all killing me with these questions. Fam, guys, ask yourself this question. What do you want?
That's it.
What do you want? So when you deal with women, all you got to do is convey what you want. See, but here's the difference. The more game you got, the better you are at articulating or conveying what you want. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. You're just better at doing it. And you do it in such a way where a good number of women may actually be enticed by the way that you articulate yourself to them. Right? But here's the thing, though. You should not worry about the outcome of it, though. The outcome doesn't matter. It's about you having enough confidence to just convey what it is you want, regardless of what the woman says. And there's a saying, being confident isn't if they will like me. Being confident is I'll be okay if they don't. Right? So I don't care if she doesn't want to see me again. I don't care if she doesn't want to have sex. I don't care if she doesn't want to go out on a date. That's fine. Right? I'm so confident in myself. As I'm meeting more women, I'm going to come into contact with women who would love to see me again. Women who love the sound of my voice. Women who can't wait to wet up my sheets. I'm going to run into that.
Can you put the question up again for me?
Yeah, my bad. Go ahead. All right, let's go ahead.
Yeah. Because I don't want to really went for the first being around the bush and it was just sex now. Have the motivation to tell another woman the same thing. Is that normal? I'm going to say no. No, because if you got to ask the question, it's an automatic no. Because you made the game about women and not about yourself. Because if it was about yourself, you already know the answer to that question.
Facts. Yep. Real talk. Real talk. So you gonna do another? You got another question? All right. So,
bro, call in because he got multiple questions. But
yeah, let's do somebody else. Ain't nobody else in there?
Yeah, let's see. Hold on, real quick.
Come back to him if we got time. Like, come on, man.
That's not a question. That's a statement. Okay. Here we. Oh my God, dog.
He said, does height matter? Why do chicks always talk about I want a tall man? No matter how good you can talk, seems like being short is a disadvantage. J. Smith Records. Well, I'm not the tallest dude in the bunch. I get what I want from the dating scene. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, bro. The only difference between you and I is a mindset. So maybe you need to get on the masculine identity membership so you can learn that your value is more than just your height, homie.
Look, let me tell y'all something. When you have sex appeal, none of that shit matters. Okay, so let me go a little further with it. This is what guys have to understand. The more attracted a woman is to you, the more she's less inclined to be worried about superficial shit. Right? So this is what guys have to understand when we talk about a woman who has dating preferences. Right? Women always want men who are taller than them. Now, do you have women who speak to, oh, he got to be 6 foot plus? I want guys to critically think for a moment. When women get online and they say, I want a man who's 6 foot plus, do you think every guy she has sex with in real life off the internet was 6 foot plus? No, the answer is no. No. So I said all that to say this. It doesn't matter what women say online. Like, I'll give you another example. Let's say for the sake of argument, I'm a broke nigga. I'm not a broke nigga. I'm not rich, but I'm not broke either. But let's say for the sake of argument, I'm a broke nigga. And I'm online and I'm seeing a Dodge Charger. And I'm seeing that I got all these bells and whistles. Oh, I want a Dodge Charger that look like that. I want one. It got the spoiler. It got the carbon fiber body kit. Just because I'm online saying I want one that has all of those things, am I in position to actually get that though?
Right.
Right. And if I did get a little bit of money and I can actually get a Dodge Charger that doesn't have all of that, will I be just as happy with my Dodge Charger without all of that shit? Yes, I would. Right. So the point I'm trying to make is this. If women are being asked a question, they're always going to say what they would prefer, which means I prefer this over that. They're always going to say that. But what guys have to understand is women don't always know what they want until they run into a man to give them something different. And now that's their new preference.
Yeah, exactly.
My new preference is him. Right? So a woman can say, I want a guy that's 6 foot tall. I want a guy that's light skinned with green eyes and has a college degree.
Right.
Okay? I'm not 6 foot tall. I don't have green eyes and there's nothing light about me. Right? And I've been to college, but I don't have a degree. But now I'm her new preference because she never knew I could make her feel the way that she's feeling, and now she's addicted to that feeling. So in order to get to that feeling again, guess what she got to do? Fuck with me.
Mm-hmm. Real talk.
It ain't hard.
Real talk.
Let's go to the next one.
I think some of these guys need to stop surveying the internet and social media and survey real life.
Yeah.
Like you can walk around and see tons of shorter dudes with women.
All the time.
So if they all prefer taller guys, then you'll see a lot of lonely short dudes. But I don't see a lot of lonely short dudes walking around. They got women too.
Yo,
so
I'll say this too. Okay? This is why you got to, again, let's go back to the title, right? What do men with game really think about women's dating rules? So basically, J. Smith Records, you are listening to a woman's rules that the man that she dates has to be 6 foot and over. That's what you're doing. You understand? So ultimately, what are we saying? We're saying that J. Smith Records, your game is weak, bro. The reason why your game is weak is because you don't value yourself. You're listening to what women are saying and then listening to that narrative and allowing it to affect the value you have within, the value you think, your own self-perception. Do you understand? That's what you're doing. So being short is not a disadvantage. The only thing that's a disadvantage is your mindset. Do you understand? That's a disadvantage. You have a short mindset. It don't matter how tall, because a tall nigga could have a short mindset. A rich nigga could have a poverty mindset. You understand? So it really don't matter your height. It matters the value you hold within. And I'll also say this. Use certain things to realize that, look, if a couple of chicks online say that they fucking with niggas 6 feet and over, in your mind, realize that there are what? If we have to split the world in half, there are 4.5 billion females, probably even more on the planet. So realize that I'm gonna just go for the chicks that don't go for that shit.
There you go.
Like you said, Kate, again, same shit, right? Her rules is what I give her.
There you go.
You understand? And understand this too. Remember, I told you guys a long time ago, women don't lie, women don't tell the truth. They say how they feel in the moment. So when you see these bitches on the podcast and they be like, well, I only want a nigga that's 6 feet. Let's see what happens when she meet me.
Bro,
that's the only thing I'm thinking. I don't give a fuck what she talking about on the fucking podcast. All I'm thinking is, let's see what happens when she meet me. That's it.
Bro, look, bro, I'm so confident. I can be in front of a woman who's having a discussion and she can say what she prefer, and I'm the direct opposite of all of that. I'll still holler at her. I'll still talk to her. She could be like, oh, I prefer nigga. Nigga, she ain't met me yet.
Exactly.
Right? Because this is what guys got to understand. When women have certain preferences, they're only talking about things they've actually encountered before.
Exactly.
Right? But she hasn't encountered me yet. Yo, I've dealt with women who told me straight up, from a physical perspective, I wasn't their type. But they say, but when I met you, your confidence, you got me with your confidence. You had me hook, line, and sinker. But visually, I'm not their physical type. But I'm their type now. Okay, and don't let me put the hands of God on them. Oh, if I put the hands of God on them, they ain't going nowhere after that. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, my saying is, I'm your type. You just don't know it yet.
Right. Exactly. You just don't know it yet.
So let's go to the next question. So it says, hey, Zach, a girl texted me after we met on a dating app, and I told her to accompany me, and she said, send me pics. She said, send me pics, and didn't even respond to what I said. A woman said, send her pics. And she said, send me pics, and she didn't even respond to what I said. Any thoughts? Bro, she don't. Guys. Okay, look. This is how simple it is. And we just said it a while ago. What do you want? Okay, so let me help you out. This is what I want. Let me tell you what I want. I want women who know how to listen.
Facts.
Period. That's it. I'm not even gonna put nothing before or after that. I want to deal with women who know how to listen. The moment a woman doesn't listen, I'm not fucking with her after that. I don't care how small the infraction is or whatever. Because here's the thing. This is something that my mother told me a long time ago. God bless the dead. Right? This is something she told me a long time ago. She wasn't even talking about women. She was just talking about in general. She was like, you know, son, or she might have said Carrie or whatever the fuck she said. She said, if you ignore that ripple in the pond, if you ignore it, it's going to turn into a splash at some point. And essentially what she was saying is, if you ignore that pebble, eventually someone's going to want to throw a boulder at you. Right? And basically it's an escalation, right? And by nature, people are opportunists, meaning people might not set out to do something, but once they see an opportunity to do it, they're going to do it simply because they're opportunistic. So even with a woman, right? If you allow her to get away with shit, now she's going to know she can do that. And you created a situation that you're not going to like.
Facts. Yep.
So y'all cool with that question? I think that's the last shit. All right. So the phone line's still open, Miles, or you already closing down?
Nah, the phone lines are still open. We got about 5 minutes left. We'll take another call if y'all want to call in. We got Antonio Trey. He said, based on your years in the game, when a woman says, quote, she's almost had sex someone. What? She almost had sex someone? What does that mean?
So he's saying, from how I'm thinking, dude smashed her. Why are you talking to a woman about other men?
Yeah.
Okay, look, let me talk to y'all Negroes for a minute, and you non-Negroes. Let me talk to y'all for a second. Stop giving a fuck with what these women are doing in their lives outside of you.
Facts.
Stop caring. You should, unless that woman is your woman or your fiance or your wife, why do you care what she's doing? But more importantly than that, if whatever she's doing outside of you does not have a direct impact on you, why do you care? Bro, I don't care. See, that what that tells me is you caught wind of the fact that she was dealing with another guy and you started to question her about what happened.
Right.
I'm not doing that shit. I don't care I don't care if she sucked that nigga's dick for hours. It's none of my business.
Right.
It's none of my business.
Tell her to go into detail on what she's talking about, and then see how it works for you. I think some of these guys need to go ahead and learn from example on what they say should be doing. Like why are we even talking about this? Like, do you really want to know what she meant? Like,
right.
Like you're more concerned about her actions with someone else than your actions with yourself.
Thank you. Exactly.
Like, I don't understand that. Like, let's go ahead and do it. Let's see what happens. Let's have fun with it. Just go.
Why am I
explain in detail?
Another nigga, man.
Bro, look.
All right, we got 205. 205, you're on. All right, you got to turn off the show, bro. Turn off the show in the background before I continue. All right.
What's going on?
All right, 205. Yeah, 205. You're on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set Show. We got your host, K-Zag. We also have Jay Roman and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
All right. I'm John Craig. Age is 35. Calling from the city of Fairbanks, Alaska, believe it or not.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
They got Negroes. Are you in the military, bro?
Yes, I am.
There you
go. That's the only reason why a nigga would be in Alaska and shit. If you got orders to go and shit.
Hey, do they have that time of the year where it's like daylight all the damn time?
That's in the movie, man. Like, it does get dark here, like about, I want to say like about 21 hours out the day, but, you know, like that's that movie that you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like, that don't really happen like that.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, hey, appreciate your call. What's your question, bro?
All right. Question. This was from that question that I had put like in you guys' chat. I'm gonna give you like a little bit more,
What question were you asking? So we know it's you.
The woman was trying to sleep with me, right? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, gotcha.
Wants to go, like with no condom or whatever, right? So like, I'm just like, wait, hold on. Because she volunteered that information to me. So that's why I was sitting up there asking. I was trying to get some clarity. Like, wait, hold on, man. Like, why would you volunteer that information to me? You get what I'm saying? So like,
okay. So repeat what you just said. Okay, Carla. So go back. So you said
your question to the statement.
So you was trying to have sex with a woman without a condom, and what did she say?
No. Like she was wanting to have sex with me with no condom, but then she said that she had almost, slept with somebody. Like, I was the one that asked that question to you earlier.
Oh, you were the one who asked that. Okay. So let's back up. I'm still confused. I need some clarity. So let me just say this real quick. If you're dealing with a woman who is trying to fuck you without a condom, don't have sex with her ever. Don't do it at all. And I say that because
come on, Zag.
No, bro.
Hey, Zag, I'm about to stop you, man.
How many times
have they told you to pull it off? How many times
have
they told you to pull it off and feel that sweet velvet?
Let me tell you why. Okay, and I talked about this real quick, and Carla, I'll pass it back to you in a minute. Let me tell you why. Okay, and if you do have sex with her, you got to control the environment. But let me tell y'all. I had a client who was dealing with this woman, and she wanted more than just sex, right? So he would go to her house where she had condoms, and I told him, I said, bring your own. I said, don't let her give you condoms. And he was like, why? I said, she has an agenda. Bro, I said, she wants more than a relationship. I mean, she wants more than just sex, and she's mentioned it to you several times. Don't use the condom she has. So he didn't listen at first. Then he went over there and he called me back and he said, I think she's putting holes in the condoms. I said, I know. Yeah, I said, I already foresaw that was going to come. Right. So my point in saying is I won't even trust the bitch who's saying you don't got to use a condom because she has an agenda. Right? Anytime a woman wants to fuck you, she just met you without a condom, she has an agenda. And it might not necessarily be to have your baby. It might not even be that. She might have an agenda of, when I put this warm, wet hole on him, I'm going to have this nigga doing shit that he didn't think he was going to be doing. Right? Because women already know dudes are tender dick as fuck. Right? So what I'm saying is you have to be mindful of a woman's angle. And being able to sidestep it. That's all I'm saying. But y'all got it.
No, hey Zach, you're 100% right. It's just that in my experience, all of them has at one point in time attempted to slide that thing off. They want to feel that thing like we want to feel that thing.
But Jay Roman, if I've been fucking her for a couple of months, that's different. But if a chick I just met yesterday,
like you said though, there is an agenda to that. So you're 100% right. It's just that a lot of women ask for that. That's the only part I see. Like a lot of women ask for that. Now, yes, you got to watch for that angle, but at the same time, for me, it more resides with you. Like I'm a panel person, right? So I need to see some documentation that says this thing is this thing is clean, right? Yep. So, but if that's you, then it wouldn't be a situation because you would already say, I ain't down with that. We're gonna have to get to this. I'm not paneling anybody that's new though, because this ain't going nowhere. Right. You ain't showing me nothing that's gonna have us go anywhere. So, this thing definitely ain't coming off. The boxers ain't coming off. We might not even have skin to skin touch. So my thing is like it's on you. Like, what do you feel about that?
Yep. But Carla, why? See, I don't understand. I mean, I appreciate you coming to us and asking us questions, but my thing is like it just seems like men are scared of women. Or you're scared to have pussy in front of you and possibly losing it. So you actually entertain what a bitch got to say. See, and that's the beauty of game. The beauty of game is staying focused and understanding the mission. And no matter what a female says, you already know the answer to the question. So she telling you some shit like, oh, well, take the condom off or this, that, and the third, or like, it don't fucking matter. All that matters is what you got going on. But see, the problem with a lot of guys these days is that they go into a situation not having their own agenda. So then they're influenced by the female's agenda. You see what I'm saying? And that's the big, to me, that's the big issue. And you see, and the thing is that because they know that your weakness is pussy, they're going to use that against you to influence your decision making. But you got to stay focused. Yes, we all want pussy, but we got to get pussy on our terms. So that means if there's any danger, if there's anything that's going to happen that I don't like that comes with the pussy, then a bitch could keep it.
So, and let me say this, and I'm gonna use Fresh, right? And there's no personal attack. I'm gonna use Fresh from Fresh and Fit to make my point. Okay, and I don't know what's going on with the situation with him and that girl that he allegedly got pregnant. And I say allegedly because I don't know. I ain't seen no DNA test, so I don't know. But part of the issue with that was he's going wrong, right? So I want guys to think about something. And I was thinking about this the other day. If you're dealing with a woman who's in her mid-30s, for instance, and she's never, ever, ever been pregnant before, or never, let me not say been pregnant, because women be having abortions all the time, but she don't have any kids, right? So she made it to her mid-30s, and she's not a mother, right? That means either she's very, very careful, and she doesn't want to have any children by the wrong men, or she's been using abortion as birth control. One of the two, right? So she's in her 30s and she made it to you and she ain't got no kids and she wants to go condomless right out the gate. I'm looking at her with the side eye like, right? Because you got to think. Okay, I'm going to go back to Fresh. This woman that he dealt with, as far as he knew, she didn't have any kids. She in her 30s, I believe, didn't have any kids. All of a sudden, they fucking without a condom. She pregnant. How does she make it all this time without having any babies? And within a few weeks or a few months, all of a sudden, she's pregnant with this new nigga baby. So you telling me that nigga you was with for 3-4 years, you didn't want his baby, but you know me for 2 months and you want mine? Come on, bro. Like something is very fishy about that. That's why I say, when you dealing with a woman who wants you to go raw right off the gate, there's probably a hidden agenda there where she wants to have your baby. Not because she looks at you as some great man, but because she looks at the situation like, I think I can come up. That's all I'm saying. But y'all got it.
I'll tell y'all this, and how quickly people can be opportunist, right? This is in the 20s. I was, me and this one girl, we was doing our thing, and it started to feel real good, right? The difference, that difference between when the rubber on and when the rubber off, right?
Oh, God.
It got a different feeling.
There's a huge difference.
Right. So I pulled out, and I was like, it was still on though. It was still on because I'm looking down. I mean, I didn't go pull completely out, but I could see enough. Like, okay, it's still on. Well, come to find out, it was just the tip that broke. Right. So I didn't pull out enough to see the whole thing. It was a tip that broke. And I, finished and everything. I go into the bathroom. I come out. Her legs is up.
You finished inside?
Yeah. I'm thinking I'm finished inside the rubber, but no. Her legs is up. And I'm like, yo, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm tripping in my head. Like, hold on. You can't help my child, right? Now, her legs was up. Do you understand that? Like when ladies put their legs up, it is purposely to go down and
down the canal.
Like so I said, okay.
She didn't say nothing to you.
She didn't say nothing, right? So I said, okay, we getting up right now, right? And we went to the doctor. At the time, the after pill was 3 pills. And people don't know this. Now it's different.
Oh, the Plan B pill.
Plan B pill was 3 pills, and you had to go to the doctor to get a prescription. So we went to the doctor that night.
Shit.
Right? And we in the room, and they like, hey, when the last time you had sex? She's like, a couple hours ago. Then the nurse looks at me and was like, sir, can you leave the room? Gladly. I didn't want to be in the room in the first place. I'm out. She asked me to come in the room. I'm out.
Right.
We leave there. We go to a 24-hour pharmacist. Nowhere near me. It's nowhere near me. I had to drive to the 24-hour pharmacist.
Damn.
Get the 3 pills. I buy some water in that same pharmacist and say, hit this first one. So she hits the first one. Now she got 2 more to go. Right. And you can't, back then you couldn't take them right away. You had to, a couple hours had to go by. You take the next one, and then some more time go by. You take the next one. So I call her on the next one. You take it. Now she's very upset with me. Right. Because the audacity of the thought in my head that I didn't want her to be the mother of my children. She's offended at this moment.
Yeah.
So she's, I took it. Now the last one, I went to her job. This is because it's on my head all day. Like, this ain't gonna happen. Went to her job. My partner worked at a job. That's where I met her. I said, hey man, is she at work? She's like, yeah. I said, let me talk to her because she ain't picking up her phone no more. She's mad at me. So he puts her on the phone. I'm about to take it, okay? That's the first thing she says. I'm about to take it, okay? I'm like, okay, okay. Well, I'm coming to your job anyway, right? So I go to the job. She don't even want to talk to me. We walk into her car, and she's like, I don't know what was so wrong with me being the child, like this is so bad,
Yep.
Yep. And I was like, okay, well, we both young and everything. She popped that last one. The crazy thing about it was that wasn't planned. Like, we both, when I put the condom on, she knew the condom was on. She knew that wasn't the plan, but it was the opportunity that was presented in that moment.
See?
And the thing is, like, that whole day, I had to be focused because I put the timer on my phone, like, beep, 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 beep. Hey, you take it?
My nigga, I love it. He stood on business the whole time and shit.
Hey, you take it,
Well, okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, she was Jamaican too. She was really upset. She was really upset. The thing is, like, after that, we didn't speak to each other. She was so mad at me.
Hey, Jay Roman. As long as you took those 3 pills, I ain't never got to see her again.
I was cool.
I was
good. After them 3, I was cool. And I seen her take it too. Boop. So,
Yeah. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Let you go.
So, like, the hidden agenda, tracking all that.
Right.
But my last thing is, like, why would she volunteer that information, that hey stuff, like I almost had sex with somebody prior to you? Like, why would she volunteer the information? Because, like, my original thought was thinking, man, like, dude smashed the button. Like, she ain't come, but like
you answered that same question with your first statement. Let's reverse it. Why would she ask that question? I'm all on her hidden agenda. See how that answers?
See, caller, she had a hidden agenda. She had, look.
With her trying to, yeah, what's up?
Okay, caller, listen. I want guys to understand something. Women are very clever. Women, anytime a woman says something to you, there's a reason. So if she's telling you, I almost had sex, now you shouldn't even care. You know what I'm saying? Because it has nothing to do with you. You could have just ignored it and threw on a condom, beat it up, and sent her home. But this is the point I want to make when she says, I almost had sex. This goes back to the whole stroking of ego type of thing, right? Where, like, where she's kind of trying to put into your head, I almost had sex with someone else, but I didn't. Almost to give you the impression there's no one else but you.
Right.
Which is why she wants you to fuck without a condom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But caller. Here's what I need you to focus on, bro. I need you to focus on, and I'm so serious. I need you to really listen and absorb what I'm about to say. Stop focusing on what the woman is doing and saying, and focus on what you want from the situation. Because you keep asking us, why would she do this? Why would she? I'm just here to tell you, brother, it doesn't fucking matter. The only thing that matters is the instructions that you gave her, and are her actions in line with those instructions? That's the only thing that matters. Do you understand what I just said to you?
Well, roger that, man. That's why, like, I'm calling you guys, man. Get some advice.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be rough. I know the advice is gonna be, hard and stuff, man. But like, it's what it is. Like, it's a part of life.
Yeah. So stop using your energy to try to figure out why a woman does what she does. A woman is a woman is a fucking. She is an amoeba. She's a snake. She's a goddamn succubus. She is a chameleon. A woman follows, like Kay said earlier. Zach said earlier, you set the environment. And so because of that, you set the boundary, you set the instruction, you set everything in motion. So if I set everything in motion, if I'm the leader, if I set the boundaries, if I set the environment, what's the point of paying attention to her and what she's doing when she has to follow my rules anyway? You get that?
Exactly.
Do you understand that? You understand? So yo, but thanks for the call, brother. Thanks for because you put a question in the chat. We suggested you call in, and then you called in. So we appreciate you, man. Happy New Year, and thanks for supporting the show. All right.
No problem, yo. And for the record, man, like, I followed my instincts, and I didn't even mess with the girl after that.
Good job. Good job. All right.
Yeah. So see, me, bro, it get to a point where when women start doing goofy shit, it's like, I don't want to deal with it. I got to get rid of you. Because to me, again, if I deal with you, you can become a detriment later on down the road. Because that same chick who told you, oh, take the condom off, that same chick, right? If you go to her house and you forgot the condom, oh, I got some right here. Go ahead, use it. It got holes all in that motherfucker.
I'm with you, man.
Right? Because now you can't, and here's the thing, because you can't trust her now, right? Because you can't trust her motives. And here's the thing, I want to tackle this about trust issues. When guys say they have trust issues, it makes me laugh, right? And the reason why it makes me laugh is because when you say you have trust issues, that means you don't trust yourself.
Facts.
Listen to me, guys. If you say you don't have trust, I have trust issues when it comes to women, that means you don't trust yourself. That means you don't trust your ability to make the best decisions for yourself. Because why are you relying on a woman, you know what I'm saying, to have your best interest in mind when it's you that should have your best interest in mind?
Facts.
And you don't need to figure out or know her hidden agenda to know that she has a hidden agenda.
There you go.
So are we good on questions?
We have one last question. I think I saw it.
And then let's wrap.
This nigga right here. So he says, okay, that happened to me. Multiple girls told me not to use the condom first time. Are you saying they tried to set me up? No. Here's the thing. It's not about whether a woman is trying to set you up or not. Because if you do what you're supposed to do, it doesn't matter what her agenda is. It could be that she just like raw dick. It could be that simple. That she just like raw dick and there is nothing else going on. She just like raw dick and she like to be skeeted in. There's a lot of chicks. Look, guys. This world is overran with women that like raw dick and like to be skeeted in. Trust me. They're out there, right?
Yes, they are.
Right, exactly. So yeah, man. But and again, it doesn't matter what she's doing. You just know what you're doing. Focus on what you're doing. But guys, anybody wanna well, let me plug something real quick, guys. Go get the Shea Butter, man. Go get the Shea Butter. Go to masculineidentity.com and get the Shea Butter, man. I really appreciate you. And then again, masculineidentity.com. And also this Monday, if you are on the Masculine Identity membership, we got the Monday masterclass, 11 p.m. Zoom call. So make sure y'all come through. I'm going to be going through everything you need to know about oral health, because I'm noticing a lot of you guys talking about, yo, Miles, I'm approaching all these women and none of them want to give me their number and none of them want to take mine. And it's because you have horrible breath. You understand? So I'm going to take you through the whole curriculum of great oral health and how to maintain your shit. You understand? I'm gonna tell you what you need to buy and how you need to use it. And I'm gonna go through my history of dental situations and all that shit. So if you want to hear that and you want to be a part of that, make sure you join the Masculine Identity membership. Go to masculineidentitymembership.com. Go ahead and join us Monday Monday evening, 11 p.m. Eastern time on the Monday Masterclass on the Masculine Identity Membership.
There you go. And also tomorrow, 11 Central, 12 Eastern, the Real Game No Theory podcast featuring panelists myself, Miles Cunningham, Mr. 1950, Mr. Lucario, and Steve the motherfucking Dean Williams. Come fuck with us. We got a dope show planned for y'all. So come through, support it. Also support this with a like, right?
Thanks.
We like that you guys called in, that you're commenting. We appreciate the engagement. But what would really help is if y'all like the shit, like the show, hit the like button.
Facts.
On that note, Jay Rummy, anything you wanna plug before we get up out of here?
Oh, not yet, but I'm coming. I am coming. I'm getting excited, putting things together. I told y'all in 25, I will be here with a program that's with its own little niche for individuals, and we'll go from there. But it's getting closer and closer, and here we go.
All right.
And on that note, and I dropped some videos recently. Y'all go check them out. Ain't nothing but gems in them motherfuckers like always. On that note, we out. Peace.